You're sabotaging yourself. Not consciously, not deliberately. But every time success gets close, something inside you pulls the emergency brake. You procrastinate on the final step. You pick fights with people who support you. You make decisions that guarantee failure right when victory is within reach. And you tell yourself it's bad luck, bad timing, or that you're just not cut out for success. But the truth is far more brutal. Your brain is programmed to destroy what you're desperately trying to build. And until you understand the neuroscience behind self-sabotage, you'll keep repeating this agonizing pattern forever. Here's what cutting-edge research reveals. Self-sabotage is under character fluid. It's a neurological survival mechanism gone wrong. Your brain's threat detection system, centered in the amygdala, evolved to keep you alive by avoiding danger. But it can't distinguish between physical threats and psychological ones. When success approaches, your brain perceives change, visibility, increased expectations, and potential failure as existential dangers. The amygdala activates your sympathetic nervous system, flooding you with cortisol and adrenaline, the same chemicals released when facing mortal danger. Your prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational decision-making and impulse control, hits you. Suddenly, self-destructive behaviors feel like logical responses. You're not weak. You're neurologically trapped in a fear response disguised as self-protection. The devastating part. This pattern strengthens with repetition. Every time you self-sabotage, your brain reinforces the neural pathway connecting success with danger through a process called Hebbian plasticity neurons that fire. Together your amygdala becomes hypersensitive to success triggers. The closer you get to achievement, the more violently your nervous system reacts. This creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. You expect to fail. Your brain generates the neurochemical state that guarantees failure, and the cycle repeats with increasing intensity. But there's another layer most people never address. Identity. Your brain maintains something called the reticular activating system, a neural filter that only allows information consistent with your self-concept to reach conscious awareness. If your identity is, "I'm someone who struggles," your eyes will unconsciously sabotage success to maintain cognitive consistency. Achieving success would create unbearable psychological dissonance. Your brain would rather destroy your achievements than rewrite your identity. This isn't metaphorical. Brain imaging studies show that identity-threatening information triggers the same pain centers as physical injury. The nutrition component is equally critical. Chronic stress from repeated self-sabotage depletes neurotransmitters essential for executive function. Low serotonin impairs emotional regulation, making fear responses more intense. Depleted dopamine destroys motivation and the ability to anticipate reward. Without adequate GABA, your brain cannot calm the amygdala's panic signals. You're fighting a neurological battle with a biochemically starved brain. So how do you escape? First, understand that your amygdala responds to safety signals. Gradual exposure to success, small wins that don't trigger massive fear. Responses slowly retrains your threat detection system. Your brain learns that success doesn't equal death. This requires strategic goal setting. Achievement small enough to avoid amygdala activation, but significant enough to build new neural pathways. You're essentially reprogramming your nervous system through controlled exposure therapy. Second, deliberately construct a new identity at the neurological level. USA, specific present tense. Identity statements during morning and evening, the times when your brain is most I am someone who completes what I start. I am someone who handles success with calm confidence. Repeat these during states of elevated emotion after exercise. During deep breathing when neural pathways are most malleable. You're hijacking Hebbian plasticity to build new identity circuits. Nutritionally, prioritize neurotransmitter precursors. Theanine and magnesium, glycinate, calm the amygdala without sedation. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA, reduce inflammation in fear processing circuits. B vitamins and iron support dopamine synthesis so you can actually feel motivated by progress. Glycine before bed improves REM sleep, where emotional memories get processed and fear responses can be downregulated. Self-sabotage isn't your fault, but healing it is your responsibility. Your brain created this protection mechanism when you needed it. Now you can teach it something better, that you're safe enough to succeed.